Hello, today it's Kane here, and today we're going to be talking about how the Earth is changing. First, let's talk about volcanoes and earthquakes. When a volcano happens, it will burn trees and lots of houses. When it gets to the water, it will not move anymore. It will just stay there. But if there's no water, then it can go on for miles if there is no water. If there is water, then it can stop the magma from getting too far. Okay, now let's talk about earthquakes. When an earthquake happens, there's different sizes. We got the small ones, big ones, and medium ones. What I mean about that, small ones is barely you can feel anything. Middle ones destroy trees and other stuff, and big ones can make huge holes in the earth, which does a lot. Now that we got that passed, when the earth slides past each other, it is called let's talk about subduction. When a subduction happens, it's when two plates, one goes on top and one goes on bottom, and it does something. And when you go into the ocean, there is ocean ridges. But when we come to World War I or World War II, the landscape gets destroyed by all the tanks and trucks and other stuff because of how much it's doing. What a tank does is when it goes across the land, it's like a tractor almost, but much more heavy and slower. And the tank will rip up so much grass, dirt, and other stuff, it can do some stuff to the earth. If it's a truck, it won't do much, but it can put stuff into the air. And it can still kind of destroy roads. But if you want to come to when it comes to firing at your enemies, or if you have too much explosions happening, you can make fires, and it can get to the forest. If there is any forest after the war. But if the explosions hit buildings, all that stuff can get down. But when we start making new buildings, most of the time we tear up land, not use land that already has been ripped up. Because most farmers need fields / crops if they want to get money. But if there's like swampy area, they have to do rice paddies, because no farmer wants to do crops like corn, soybeans, or wheat, canola, and etc. But if you do that stuff, like corn, wheat, canola, and other stuff, instead of to rice paddies, you have to do it on land that isn't wet or rocky, and you will get a good amount of money from it. Which means if you don't do it, now let's say if the Yellowstone volcano erupts, it can actually do something bad to the earth because of how big it is. It's a monster volcano. But when we have earthquakes, they're not that big. But volcanoes, we don't have any volcanoes in our state, but we have had tornadoes go through. When a tornado comes through our area, it will destroy a lot of our land and buildings, because it's not like something like a volcano. It goes across fast. Depends on how big it is. If it is a huge volcano, volcano or tornado, it will do so much damage where it can't be fixed. So yeah, that will be the end of my video, guys.